Hello, welcome to another video. This is my Windows XP gaming PC and I use it for a variety of things, not just gaming but mostly gaming, and I don't think I've really properly featured it on the channel, and I thought I'd just go through what's on there and have a look at some of the games and things, and it's in need of a power supply. So yeah, let's dive straight in. And I haven't fit the power supply. I keep borrowing the power supply from this and using it in different systems, but I've got a dedicated, I've actually bought a power supply for it. So let's have a look what's inside, and then we'll put the power supply in and get it up and running. Have a look. I haven't got any screws in, which is making this easier. And inside we have got, so this light is probably a little bit too bright, but in this PC we do have a dodgy capacitor here, which I need to sort out, but it still works. We've got an Athlon XP3000 under this Arctic cooler, Silent 2, that keeps that fairly quiet. I've got a Maxtor 40 gig hard drive, and I think we've got 1 gigabyte of RAM. I think we've got a Geforce 6600 here, got a random SCSI card in there, got a fan at the back that's disconnected, and we've got 1 optical drive that's connected, and the floppy drive doesn't work. It's got an AOpen AK77-600GN motherboard, and next we want to have a look at the new power supply. Bought another one of these power supplies off eBay, and thought we'd just do a very quick check before we put it in anything. Hopefully I can get into this box. It's very securely packaged. Perhaps too secure. Good amount of packaging on that. And of course the first thing we're going to do is check it with a power tester. Exactly the same as the last power supply as far as I'm aware. We've got PCIe, 1 connection, we've got 2 CPU, we've got hey look, has this got more Molex connectors than the last one? If that's the case, and that's interesting, because why would 2 power supplies be different? Anyway, I might look into that, check the other system, because if it does, yeah, this is, I guess, quite useful for older systems, having these extra Molex connectors, and that's kind of why I've bought this for one of my other systems. But let's just check it. Check it all works as it should. Power cable switched off at the back. Now we're going to switch it on. I'm 12, 11.9, 5.1, 3.3, 11.9 and 4.9. So yeah. So I bought one of these Antec Earthwatts 380 power supplies for the Pentium 4 system, and they're 80 plus rated, and you can get these on eBay for like £10–12, including postage if you look out for a nice deal. And the interesting thing about these power supplies, if you find power supplies interesting, that is that there's two different versions. They've got the same model name, EA380D green, and this one has got a bunch of Molex and SATA power connectors, so you know, the old style power connector. So this is good for both older and new systems. And then if you end up getting this one, which is the Antec EA380D green, again it's the same model number, but here you'll notice a little SF, and this little SF means it's mostly SATA power connectors. And then if you do want Molex, you're going to have to like get an adapter, because there's basically only two as standard. And on the one without SF, there's about let's have a look, 1, 2, 3 on that one and 1 on that one, so there's like 4 on the one without SF, and then there's only 2 on the one with SF. So this is the power supply we're going to be fitting into this PC. Before we do that though, I'll quickly show you the graphics card, because we haven't really had a proper look at this. I won't show you the processor, sorry about that, but these heat sinks are super tight to fit, and I don't want to risk damaging anything there. So this is an AGP card, and XI, Expert Vision. It's got VGA, DVI and TV out, and it's 6600 AGP ATEX, 256 meg. And it could be in one of my old videos about AGP graphics cards. There's a video where I test a whole bunch of different AGP cards. This motherboard's got IDE, as you can see, but it's also got some SATA connections, and these don't have the kind of clips, so not great. This doesn't look great either, but this does generally work, the system, despite the sort of not very healthy looking capacitors. I'm just gonna put some screws in. This is the drawer of screws, where I've sort of sorted it all out into different bits, and these are the chunky screws. And I've got thumb screws and various other bits. This is a little bit tricky with this 24-pin connector. Hopefully that hasn't bumped into anything or connected anything, that's fine. We don't need the other yellow ones. Don't have an extra power connection. but we do want to connect the optical drive. Always useful having optical drive for old games where you have the physical media. This is it's quite a loud hard drive, but I kind of like that. It's got the classic sort of Mac Store sound. So let's connect all the cables. Okay, so I'm going to switch the power on. We've got a little light at the bottom there, and then I'm going to press the power button on the front of the PC. And the monitor. It'd be good to have the monitor on. So there's the beep. Let's have a look at the BIOS screen. Got a Geforce 6600, 256 meg. And we can have a look at hardware monitor, 20 degrees, CPU fan, voltages 12, nearly 5, nearly 3.3, so on. We've got the CPU control here, 166 times 13, 2.15. So this is an Athlon XP 3000, which has, you know, that's the PR performance rating that they were using. So let's see if we get the that kind of information here. Yeah, Athlon XP 3000 here, 1 GB of memory. It's got all the CPU, DRAM, AGP, PCI, clock speeds, Mac Store drive, and oh, it's a Pioneer DVD rewriter. And it's complaining that this is a 40 pin IDE cable rather than an 80 pin. So for better performance I could switch to that. The kind of noisiest fan is in this graphics card. This one's fairly quiet, and you can sort of hear the noise of this. So let's boot up, go into Windows, have a look what's on here, and have a look at some of the games. I've just plugged in a different USB mouse, so it might take a while for it to recognize the mouse. We should probably also run a quick benchmark. Okay, so we've got our mouse, and I'm not 100% sure if many of these games work without the CD being in, but I'll just do a quick Quake 3 demo, because that's really quite quick and easy to run the demo for this. It's set up as, just do high quality, 800 by 600, 32-bit, time demo 1, there we go, demo space demo 001. So there you go, that's 199 frames per second, so that's plenty fast enough. And I'll quickly run some 3D Mark demos. 3D Mark 2000, So we've got 11,768 3D Marks and 3D Mark 2000. This is 3D Mark 2001. So I've probably said in another video that, you know, you can benchmark with the different 3D Mark and based on the kind of performance you get from the year, that gives you a general guide for what sort of age of games you can play. I mean, we're getting 100 to 200 frames per second on that, so we can easily play games from this time period. But maybe if we went to like 3D Mark 2003 or 2005, we might struggle a bit, and then we'd sort of get to know what kind of games this system's capable of playing. But you know, you don't need 100 frames per second in a game to enjoy the game. I think that's the thing with some of these games from this time period. The graphics in them is, you know, really quite good. Have we really come that far from, you know, 20 years ago in terms of graphics in games, and does it really add that much to the gameplay? This is the one where you get slower frame rates in this benchmark. Some of these later ones don't show you the frame rate, which is a shame, but they do look nice. And we got 9,888 for this. I'll put the details of the system in the description below, so that if you want to have a look at the list of specifications, you can do. So we've got it here, the Athlon XP3000 at 2,167 MHz, GeForce 6600, etc. And this PC is quite capable of playing games like Colin Mcrae Rally 2005, and that, you know, wants a 1 GHz Athlon or Pentium 3 and recommends a 2 GHz Athlon, and it's got a whole list of the graphics cards, and it's capable of playing games like Need for Speed Most Wanted. That recommends a 1.4 GHz processor and 256 megabytes of RAM. And then you can play games like Doom 3 as well, reasonably well. I mean, the originals from the CD, not, you know, I'm not using Steam versions, for example. This is where we're sort of seeing the frame rate drop, 28, 29, 34, etc. But visually looks great. This is the CPU test, and I think we're seeing kind of the bottleneck being this graphics card. There were a lot of different AGP cards around, and yeah, some impressive stuff. Okay, so we got 4,161 3D Marks, so let's play some games. So I've loaded Doom 3. I've got the frames per second in the corner. I can't remember how I set that up, it was quite a while ago. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. A little bit slow loading from this hard drive. But in the actual game, the frame rate's quite reasonable. I think this is probably where it gets stuck quite a lot. It's got a lot of dark bits, which, oh shit! Was I meant to shoot him? It's got a lot of dark bits, so yeah, it gets quite scary at times. Dark corners. I don't really know where I'm going or what I'm doing. And am I out of ammo? Oh my goodness. Okay, so they're baddies as well. Right, and I'm just hitting people with a stick. Okay, I'm quite likely to die right now. And now I'm just hitting people. Ah! Okay. That was a bit too intense. Let's try something a bit more relaxing. All that kind of sound was all very much Matrix inspired. You get all these little logos that you don't tend to see anymore. Lots of splash screens. But this came out in 2004. And there's a fun little game that you can just jump into or do a career mode. It's got this sort of far too basic far too sort of monochromatic menu system. Need to try and remember the keys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Straight 100. Long 2 right 70. Long 6 right.
Pretty unforgiving. Can I adjust the brightness? Doesn't look like it, but maybe, whoops, in a different menu. Let's have a look. Graphics. Why won't it let me switch that on? 1024 768 refresh rate. VSync off. Post processing. Screen calibration. Turn the brightness down a bit. And let's go back to the race. I think that looks a little bit better.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Main problem with these Colin Mcrae rally games is that they're really unforgiving. You kind of need to stay on the track, and I'm not sure. There's so many versions that I'm not sure which is my favourite. Probably not this one, actually. It's probably one of the earlier ones. And also there's you know, different stages, etc. So some tracks are more fun than others. It's also fun to see the cars as they get damaged on the track.
50. 6 left and long 4 right, split.
Mess that one up.
Into 6 right and 6 left, into 6 right, don't cut, and 3 left narrows. And 6 right, 30. 6 left, straight 50. 3 left, opens long. Into 6 left, over crest, 70. 2. Into 6 right, 50.
And that's an adverse camber.
6 right and 5 left narrows, straight 70. 5 left and long 4 right. Into long 3 left.
Eeeeee. I've fallen off the track.
And 3 right narrows into 2 right. And 6 left and long 5 right split. And 4 right and long 5 left tightens to 3. Into K 1 right and 2 left. And 4 right opens long. Into 5 right, straight 30. 3 left narrows, don't cut. Straight 30. 6 left into 3 left cut.
We've lost our window.
3 left cut. And 6 left don't cut. Into
I mean, the
6
most
right,
fun ones are when
straight
there's
1
jumps.
5 left and 3 right opens and tightens. Into long 5 left tightens to 3. 36 left over finish and 4 left stop.
Okay, I think we did alright. Well, don't really know, but I've got a damaged car afterwards. So yeah, this is a fun game that can take a lot of time. Right, let's move on. Another favourite of mine is Need for Speed Most Wanted. I spent a lot of time playing this. This came out in 2005. And you basically follow a career. I'm not sure where I'm up to in this, to be honest. Guess I'm just doing free roam at the moment. This is just a fun game. And has a great soundtrack. By default, the cars are a bit like sticky. Maybe a bit too sticky. Change your view. You can change options while you're playing, so sound effects, car, speech. Turn the music down just to try and avoid any copyright claims. Video 1024 by 768. It's got all sorts of advanced options. Gameplay, player, etc. controls. And the sound is just great. Visual effects are good. Feels a little bit slow at times, but once you sort of get up to speed, it can feel a lot quicker. Not that I really know where I'm going. I think there's like nitrous or other turbos you can activate. It's got a good reversing sound. I think I need to find a mission basically. Here we go. It's more fun when you get chased by the police. Then you have to evade them. So oh, and you've got like off-road bits. Just drive like a maniac if you want. Okay, so I've done a evasion thing where I have to avoid the police. I've got the frame rate in the corner here. I think that's the cool thing about this is you have kind of real cars like VW Golf, Fiat Punto, Audi TT, Lexus IS, all sorts of real cars that you can upgrade and buy. And then Alt is the key you press to use nitrous. Whoops. Can feel a bit slow this game actually. I guess. Yeah. Whoops. And you can also take the cars out. Whoops. Doing pretty bad at this. So we completed that. I've got this set on Windows Classic for some reason, whereas I may as well have it on Windows XP. There's just so many games that you can put on Windows XP. So I've used Chocolate Doom to get Doom working on this. But yeah, we could be here all day just playing. Okay, I need the CD, the different games on here. And we need the disc. I think that's the biggest problem with Windows XP is the sort of needing the discs for games. Yeah. But I just love all these different splash screens that you get. And the sort of 90s music and things like that. This is quite an old game. We're getting an insane, you know, frame rate of 130 frames per second. Just super smooth. And just fun. Whoops. You probably don't want to sit here forever and watch me play games, but if you do, let me know. Keep missing the little electricity things. I mean, the graphics look great. Whoops. And fourth. Am I going the wrong way? Whoops. How long have we been going the wrong way? That's a Revolt. That was just a demo. August 1999, so yeah. Okay, so all that's left to do really is to put the case back on, the side back on the case, and close it up. So all that's left to do is to play some more games. Thanks for watching, and bye.